So the king's wife says, I'd like to have John's head on a platter. They did it. Cut off his head. Did you know that Jesus didn't even, that was his cousin. He didn't even go to the funeral. He never went to go to the prison. He went and gone something, at least go see him. You go down to jail, go see, you know. You know, I'm a minister. I'm here to see John, you know. It'd be all right if I talk to John, you know, for a little bit. No, it's his cousin. You know why? Because when you believe in whatever you want, Lord, that's what you mean. Lester Roloff, his mother was dying. She was 88 years old. He was real old. He was like 90 something. And they said, you need to get back. He said, no, I'll see her in heaven. He said, I'm preaching a revival and people need to hear this preaching. See, because when you have whatever you want, Lord, you're willing to do the hard stuff. Now, I tell most preachers, go see your mama. But Lester Roloff, God told him, you ain't got time. You're too old and too many people need to hear you. And you can wait a few more years because you're going to see her in a few years. Don't worry about it. Everybody's plan's different. Not my will, thy will. Every one of us has a special plan that God has for our life if we sell out to God. There's going to be things that we're going to have to go through if you sell out to God. You say, what if I don't sell out to God? You're going to go through them anyway. You're just not going to have God's peace. You're not going to have His grace. You're not going to have His mercy. You're not going to have His compassion. You're going to have to go it all by yourself. You know, if you're going to go through something, why don't you take God with you? He's a great comforter. I mean, if you're going to lean on somebody when it's bad times, bad things are going on, he'd be awful good to lay your little, your little shoulder on, amen, put your head on his shoulder and weep and let him hold you and let him kiss you on the cheek and say, it's going to be all right. I got everything under control. It's going to be okay. But you can't have it unless you're willing to say, Lord, thy will. Thy will, not mine. Whatever you want, that's good enough. You know what God's will is? You're not saved, get saved. You never asked Him? Ask Him. You never asked God, Lord, I want to sell out. I'm willing. I'm willing to sell out. John the Baptist lost his head. Jesus lost his life. Stephen, they stoned him to death. All three of those men died. Why? Because God said, it's time to go. And this is the way I want you to die. Cut your head off, crucified, stoned. All I can tell you is this. God has a plan. And He may want you to live another 100 years. Another 80 years. And He may want you to do something. Like knock on your neighbor's door and invite them to come here, go to church. And to tell them, I'm a Christian. I'd sure like for you to come hear my preacher. I'd sure like for you to come to church. When you sell out, you pray. When you sell out, you read your Bible. When you sell out, you go to church. When you sell out, you're willing. Whatever you want. Are you going to screw up once in a while? Oh, you betcha. I ain't seen a perfect Christian yet. But when you do, you know what you do? Just repent. Lord, forgive me. Now the question is, Are you willing? When it came time for the Lord, he looked in the cup and he said, you know what? I'm not really sure if I want to do this. You may be looking at your cup and going, I'm not really sure if I want to do this. But you can at least be honest with God and say, Lord, I really don't want to drink it. I'm really not really sure if I want to sell out my life completely to you. But I want to. I want to. Would you help me? Because I don't think I can make that decision. Just be honest. He knows your heart already. Just be honest. I'm not really sure if I want to do that. Be honest with God. If you're honest with God, God will be honest with you. When's the last time you heard from Him? You know, He only talks to the ones that actually listen. If you don't listen, He ain't going to hear. You're not saved, you need to get saved. You haven't given up your life yet? Not my will, thy will.